Hey, what's happening, guys? How we doing? Welcome back to Old Billy Forex. Alright, as you can see, old Lucky Larry, the postman, has delivered the goods yet again. The Nexx XWED2 has turned up. Okay, I'm very excited. Alright, so here's what I'm going to... Before I do anything else, I just want to say a huge thanks to not only Nexx Helmets for actually getting these things out to the dealerships, because as you know, one of their, or as you may not know, one of their parts of their production line burnt to the ground, and yet they're still churning these things out, so you've got to give credit where it's due, you know. And also I want to thank 4 motorbikes for where I bought this from. They've been fantastic, great communication back and forth. They got a huge range of stock in. This is not a paid promotion, by the way, but I think when there's a dealership that performs such a good job as what they do, it should be advertised, you know. So I'm going to leave the link down below for 4 motorbikes. If you're after a Nexx helmet, I'll definitely check those guys out. All right, okay. So, like I said, this is the XWED2. This is the follow-up to the XD1, which you've seen. I've done reviews of that helmet on this channel. I'll leave the links to those as well. So if you're after an XD1, and I imagine they're going to start knocking down the prices of those pretty quick now, so you might be able to pick up a real good bargain. I'll leave the reviews for that particular helmet down below. If you're after one of these, stick around. I'm going to do an unbox. I'm going to show you what's on the box, what's in the box, what's around the box, what's over there, everything to do with it. So how am I going to treat this review? Because you might not be after a XD1. Okay, you might be after this. You might not have an adventure helmet, so you might think, oh, shall I get the Arai? Should I check out the Nexx or the Shoeies or whatever? So I'm going to treat this review as a standalone review just on this helmet. I will do a comparison as to what's changed, because some of you might have an XD1 and you want to upgrade to the XD2. So for those guys, I will tell you the difference and whether those differences are actually noticeable when you've got the helmet on and you're out on the road. Alright, let's get this thing open. Okay, let's get cracking with this. I'm very excited. I've been waiting for this for ages. Let's just do the old tabs on the side first. See what we've got in the box. Okay, that's where it's from. 4 motorbikes, great dealership, 5 years warranty extension. I've got the XWED2 in plain black in an extra large because I've got a massive head. Alright, there you go. That's Helmets for Life. That's their, oops, that's their logo. Let's have a little look inside. Alright, Helmets for Life. At Nexx, we do not just engineer helmets, we take emotions, we believe it in the heat of passion, parts of life getting new blood. We're always getting deep. Okay, Helmets for Life is our motto. Beyond the protection, past excellence that any motorcyclist, regardless of age or style, lives the moment they wear Nexx. Wow, okay. Getting philosophical. Alright. Oh, I've got a couple of stickers here, a couple of freebies by the looks of it. Think bike stickers. Oh, for the that's the window sticker, isn't it? It goes on the inside of your window in your car. Okay, well when I get a car I'll stick those in. Thanks very much for motorbikes, that's very nice. Let's see what we've got here. We have got what looks like, what is that? A helmet? Oh no, a visor pouch. And some other goodies. We'll have a look at those in a sec. Let's get this bad boy out. Oh yeah, bow! Oh, look at that, guys! They gave me a Cadbury's cream egg. Easter time. Oh, look at it. I'll have that for a cup of tea. Cheers, guys. That's excellent. Oh, I love that. And inside, this particular helmet comes with the pins for the pin lock already installed. That's the pin lock visor bit itself that you stick in later on, stop it steaming up. We'll do that later. Let's get rid of the box. What we got here? Ah, look at that. That's one of those oh bloody hell, you get that with it. That's unbelievable. That's one of those things that you balance the helmet on when you're doing work on it or whatever, cleaning it. Oh, fantastic. I've never got that with a helmet before. Brilliant. Alright, so I'm going to flip you around. Alright guys, let's have a butcher's at this. Oh my god, it smells good. Well, right away the lining, the bottom part looks different than the old helmet. You've got this lovely leather kind of lining on the bottom there. Runs all the way down. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay. Can't believe I've got a Cadbury's cream egg with this. That's great. Oh. Oh guys, look at this handsome devil. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at the shine on it. Untouched by human hands. Oh boy. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, so let's first of all go through the differences between this XWED2 and the old XD1. What's changed? Let's have a look. Actually, before we do that, let's see what comes with the helmet. What's in the old goodie bag? I'm just going to double check that box. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so it comes with the visor peak extension. Okay, now you know what, I might not add this to this particular helmet because I don't know, I think it may be long enough to do without this, but we'll see. I'll keep that obviously. What we got here? Alright, so we have their Odo Padding System, which is basically you can fine-tune the interior padding of this helmet to your particular shape of head. I'm going to try this on as it is, and chances are it fit me fine, just like the other one did. But should you want to tweak it, it just says there, the Odo Padding System is a foam replacement kit that allows the rider to personalise helmet fit according to his or her head shape. Good thing. Okay, I like that. Comes with, ooh, just stay there. Oh jeez. Nice little visor pouch. Very nice. Some extra little fixtures and fittings. I'm not quite sure what they are for. We'll have a look at those later. Alright, let's see what's in here. Lots of stuff. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay. Let's get all the paperwork out of the way. Comes with a 2 years European guarantee, 5-year warranty extension, two legal years plus 3 years for any possible manufacturing fault or material defect to the legal purchaser. Okay, that's good. And a little instruction booklet. Now, do you remember when I first had a look at the XD1 and I was going through the instruction manual, and the pictures are really dark and they were really not out of focus, but really sort of grainy looking, and there was no sort of definition. You couldn't really work out what was going where. Well, this time round, it is super clear. What a difference that makes. That is a lot better. Well done, Nexx. I mean, you can't knock that. That is absolutely perfect. That's going to make life a lot easier. Yeah, so instructions on how to replace the side panels for if you want to put your GoPro on there. Yeah, because this helmet is really, really versatile. Lots of options. Okay, so that's that. Right. Let's see. So this comes with the top plate, which goes on top of the helmet to put your GoPro on. You have your 2 side plates to put on the side of the helmet to put your GoPro on. You have an always open air vent to go on the front of the helmet. Two side plates for what are these again? These are for if you want to go take the peak off, I believe, and you want to put these on. That's what those are for. And finally, we have the little sort of adapter plate to put your XCOM intercom system on, should you want to apply that to this helmet. I've done that to my old helmet. I'm not going to do it to this one, not because it's no good, but because I don't particularly fancy splashing out another 250 quid for another intercom system. But that's there should you need to do it, and it's completely compatible with the XCOM intercom system. Alright, so that's everything you get with it, which I think is pretty generous, you know. So let's do a comparison. What's new, what's changed, and we'll do a little compare to the old XD1. Let's have a look. Look how good that looks. I'm very glad I went with the gloss black, you know. They've got a few other designs there, one called Hill End and the other one called X Patrol, I think it's called. You know, with a graphic on it. They do other colours as well, white, concrete, titanium, like a day glow orange one as well. Loads of different types. Oh, it's beautiful. Let's a little zoom in there for you. Okay, so I've had to get up from their website the differences because there's quite a few. So first of all, one of the major things they've done is added more ventilation, or better ventilation. And basically they're saying new ventilation systems offer new 3-position upper vents. So it's got a brand new completely sort of added vent onto the top there, where it goes before only had one either side. It's got an extra one in the middle there as well. I mean, it wasn't lacking in vents anyway, so that should make it just unbelievable. Blah 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 blah. New chin ventilation intake draws more fresh air into the mouth area, and the liner has been modified, adding more air channels to allow extra air to pass over the head and out of the helmet. Like I said before, we're going to test all this out on the road because I'm in the good position where I've had the Nexx XD1 for, I don't know, must be 2 years now. I can't even remember. So I'm very much used to that helmet. It's the only helmet I've worn in the last couple of years. so I should be able to notice the difference almost immediately when going out of this one. Okay, more comfort. The XWED2 comes in more shell sizes. 3 shell and 4 liner sizes fit options combined with more compact dimensions for an outstanding fit and comfort. Like I said, the old one wasn't uncomfortable in any way, shape or form, so the fact this one is made even better should just knock it through the ballpark. Okay, the lining. The 3D lining has been improved and the top liner optimized to conduct the fresh air around the head counter. So they've really just gone full on for this kind of more ventilation, more airflow kind of thing. A new chin wind stopper has been developed also to reduce wind noise, drafts and provide a better snug fit around the neck and lower facial area. A new peak, more aerodynamic and lighter, and strategically designed to provide additional direct air intake and reduce buffeting and vibration at high speed. That's going to be very interesting to test out. Now, unlike the old helmet, let me stop this for a sec. This particular peak can go up or down. I think it's a couple of mil. So you can have it down like that, or you can have it up like that. Okay, so we'll do a close-up of that anyway. Alright, what else has been added? What else is new? Emergency strap. Built into each cheek pad, the new emergency strap system was a rethinking to allow easier and more gentle access to an injured rider's head by a trained medical personnel. Okay, so let's see. I think that's everything new. So really, they're all about the ventilation and the comfort on this particular model. Does anyone else other than us guys in the UK get Cadbury's cream eggs? Do you guys out in the States get these? This is a classic British sweet. I've got to show you this. It's been a bit mashed up in the box, but basically it's a chocolate egg. Take the foil off, and then oh my god. Now you guys in the UK be like, yeah, we get it Billy, we've seen them before, but if you don't have these in your country, you're missing out. It's even got a little yellow bit for the yolk. Oh, with a cup of tea. Oh my god. Oh, it's a dream. Cheers, guys. Alright guys, so we're going to take off this little side plate. This is the one that comes already attached to the helmet. We're going to replace it with the GoPro mount. So it's easy enough. You just stick your screwdriver in the little gap at the bottom there. Pop it off. Get your Phillips. Take out the one screw that's at the bottom. I always drop these things. Come on, there you go. Take that out. Put in your flat GoPro plate. Put the screw you just took out back in. Make sure that's in nice and tight. Don't want any cameras dropping off. Alright, and that is it, we're done. Now we've got a nice flat mounting area to stick the GoPro on. Alright, so it's a few days on from that particular segment of the video that you watched there. I've done a lot of testing since then on the road, so I'm going to show you some on-road footage, because it's all good and well looking at it spinning around on the carousel thing, it looks lovely. But obviously the true test is getting out there, fiddling about with it, using gloves, seeing how it feels like that. So let's get out on the road. Alright, okay, we're going to head out on the A2 now, pick up a bit of speed. Now, like I said before, I've already done a bit of a speed test, but the reason I'm doing this one again is because I want to take you along, just to show you that I've done it. But the reason I've done it before is because I didn't want to do it with this great big looking Teletubby camera sticking out the side of my head, because I didn't want that to affect the airflow. So yeah, we're going to take you out now, pick up a bit of speed down this road, and tell you all about it. So I know how well it performs under speed. So let's go over what's bloody hell, this traffic is crazy. What's changed against the old one? So the new one still retains all the functionality of the old one. So obviously the GoPro, you can put your GoPro on the sides and the top. It's got the massive wide field of view. It's got the sun visor that flips down with a switch on the top. You know, all that functionality is still there. It's the same helmet, but 3 areas have been improved: the comfort, the airflow, and also the aerodynamics, so to reduce the buffeting. So first of all, let's talk about the comfort. Now, you know what I'm like when there's something good, you know, I will tell you guys about it. And what I try not to do is over exaggerate and like kind of, you know, make a big funfair about it if it is really good. But I have to say, this helmet is easily the most comfortable helmet I have ever worn. It is unbelievable, and I'll tell you what it feels like. Well, first of all, it feels like the helmet isn't even touching your head. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like there's any points of contact apart from sort of down in the jawline area. I mean, obviously you can feel it, but it's so uniformed and so even throughout. There's no sort of hot spots where it's pressing down on your forehead or against your jawline or on the side of your head. And also a good thing for me is I've got like big Prince Charles ears, you know, those big ears. And normally with a helmet, even the old XD1, I have to kind of wiggle the helmet about a bit to try and, like, so my ears sort of flatten out and then they're all crunched up. But with this helmet, the ear cavity is nice and big, so my ears just fit in there. So if you've got big ears like me, or if Prince Charles is watching this right now, I'll tell you what, mate, you got to get one of these helmets for your ears. Me and you, we're all about the comfort. Alright, so the comfort, easily a 10 out of 10. It is by far, like I said, the most comfortable helmet I've ever worn. And the lining, it feels like a neoprene lining, like what's it called, like wetsuit material. It's very smooth, it's very soft, and it fits on your head straight away, no problems. Now, I haven't done any adjustments to this helmet. I haven't put the ergo pads in anywhere, so this is out of the box onto my head, perfect. So whether that will be the same for you or not, it's hard to say, because, you know, obviously people have different sized heads, different shaped heads. You know, a head might be smaller, but it might be sort of more kind of oval looking, or like a bloody egg, you know. So obviously bear that in mind. So so that's the comfort. Excellent. Okay, the next thing, the airflow, the vents. Now, what Nexx have done to this helmet, they've improved the front vent to get more air in. And they've also added an entire new vent on the top there, which you can just slide back with your fingers or slide forward to close. Now, like I said before, the old helmet
was absolutely brilliant as far as ventilation was concerned. I didn't have any complaints. But this helmet just takes it up a whole new level. Like literally, you can flip this open and you get an instant gush of air coming straight into your mouth and into your nose. It's not overwhelming, but it's so much more noticeable than the last one. You just get huge amounts of air coming through, and it's the same as the top. Flip these vents back at the top and straight away you can feel the air rushing over those deeper channels that they've made in the lining, and your whole head just gets instantly cooler. And the one on the front, again, open it up and you just get this massive rush of air coming in. I mean, they really have pushed the boundaries on what you can do with ventilation. It's just unbelievable. So also you still get those two sort of exhaust vents at the back, but they've worked some witchcraft here, and it feels amazing as far as the air rushing in, and you can feel it coursing over the top of your head. This will be an ideal, you know, if you're going to do some long distance touring in a very hot environment. I don't see why you'd want anything else other than this. It's absolutely perfect. I wouldn't know of any other helmet on the market that offers this much. I mean, it's not even cold tonight, but my head feels cold. So much so, I'm actually going to shut this front vent and just keep the two top side ones open. I mean, that's enough for me. Alright, okay, so ventilation, excellent. I've got no complaints. It really is top drawer. Alright, so what else have they improved? This peak now has more channels in it to let the air flow through, to aid two things. It reduces buffeting, but also directs air into the vents as well, and it really does work. The buffeting, it's still there, but it's been reduced quite noticeably, and at the same time, obviously, as a because it's been reduced, the helmet feels quieter as well. You're not getting that knocking and that banging. And I'm doing 50 miles an hour at the moment, and I can stick my head right out the top, and it feels a lot different than the old XD1. It's crazy. Just a few tweaks here and there, you know, it makes all the difference. So, okay, so this peak, but it can tilt up or down by a few millimeters. So at the moment I think it's fully up, that's down. Now what that does right away is when I put that down to the lowest position, I can feel even more air being directed into those two top side vents. And if I go up a bit, it cuts it off completely. I mean, they thought of everything. I mean, to a point where it's like overkill. I mean, if they didn't have that movable peak, I wouldn't have noticed. But the fact they've put that in, they've made that extra effort, you know, it makes, and you can feel the difference as well. It's incredible. So all the things that they've changed has made this helmet so much better than an already excellent XD1. That's the crazy thing. It's like you could wear the old helmet and you think this is perfect. You literally couldn't want more, and then they up the game and they bring out this new one, and it's just like, you know, how good is it going to get? It's crazy. Also this visor, I keep calling this a visor and this a visor. That's a peak, this is the visor. Excuse me. So yeah, I've got to mention this visor. Straight up, obviously it's great, it holds up, it's got lovely stiff action on it as well. Feels really secure, solid, no rattles. And it's got a few different stages where it just sits. So it's got that one there, slide it down, it will sit at that one there, and it's just out of your eye line as well, so you can still see even though the edge of the visor's there. And it's got a slightly lower one, where tons of air is rushing in if you want to demist your visor quick. And then it's got a like a demist one where it's just got a tiny crack in it at the bottom, and then it's got shut. And the good thing about it is it shuts with a really reassuring sort of click. I don't know if you can hear that. You bring it down to the lowest one and you just clonk. It's lovely. It's really nice. And it's so wide. It's exactly the same as the old helmet. You get this massive field of view. You can't even see the edges of the helmet here. Like I can see my hand there. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean all that. I mean that particular thing I mentioned in the old video, but I've got to tell you that again. So what we're doing now, we're doing 70 miles an hour, and you can really feel the benefit of this peak. The extra channels in it, it just makes the air flow right through. So instead of whacking you in the helmet, it just goes through it. It's an amazing difference. So comfortable. So much comfortable. Okay guys, so I think hopefully I've covered everything there regarding the changes. Like I said, if you want to see the functionality of this thing, obviously check out the old vids. I'm now going to head back to Old Billy 4 Rocks HQ. I want to do a little promo, like a thumbnail photo for the YouTube channel. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I love that. Yeah, so a little YouTube thumbnail pic. I want to take that tonight. Nice long exposure, you know, make a bit of an effort. And yeah, we're just going to recap, go over all the good points, and I will see you in a minute. All right guys, adios, see you soon, bye. Whoa, okay, how we doing guys? I hope you enjoyed that. We are back in the Old Billy 4 Rocks HQ. Okay, so let's go over the main points about this helmet. First of all, it looks exactly the same as the XD1, and that's a very good thing, because the helmet looks amazing. You know, it's got that lovely kind of profile to it. Very modern looking, kind of quite aggressive looking, you know, that kind of flat front look there. And it just looks really nice. It's not flashy, you know, although you can get the graphic-y ones, which are also really nice as well. Okay, so looks wise, it's brilliant. Excuse me. Okay, so it's retained its looks, but I can tell you now, this helmet is completely different to the XD1 in terms of how it feels on your head and how it performs at high speed. The comfort is unbelievable. It feels like your favourite cushion from your bed wrapped around, tied up in a knot, and you go out on the road with it. It just feels really nice. Like I said, no hard spots. Straight out the box, perfect fit, at least on my head, and I haven't got a particularly odd shaped head, I don't think. So if it's good for me, chances are it'll probably be good for you as well, unless you've got a really weird shaped head, in which case I'm sorry about that. Ventilation, again, much improved. Excuse me. You know what, when I was out on the bike yesterday doing the high speed stuff, I had to raise my voice, and I think I've blown it a little bit, but it doesn't matter, I'll do it for you guys, right? So where was I? Yes, ventilation. First of all, the mouthpiece, lovely huge opening, one click, fully open or fully closed. Okay, there's no middle ground here, there's no half closed. Tons of fresh air coming in, no problem. The two air vents at the top, very, very functional. They've got, and that's another point I want to make. These vents have lovely sort of very, not sharp, but defined edges on it. And even with your gloves on, you know, like you're kind of blindly fumbling around, feeling for the vents. There's a very definite line there, and you think, right, that's it, click it open, and you're done. Carry on with your riding. So yeah, the vents really good, as they were on the XD1. But what they've done with the XWED2 is they've put a massive vent in the middle, pop that open, and it's more fresh air. You may as well take the helmet off. It feels like there's that much fresh air going over your head. Deeper channels inside the inserts there, so the air flows, you can get more air in and therefore more air out at the back. It's just excellent. And the peak, that fine little tweak that you can do, makes all the difference. You can kind of fine tune it. I think what I would do on this helmet is, unless it's really hot, I would just have the two side vents open and the peak down, so there's just the two channels of air going through,
and that'd be enough for me. But if it gets really hot, you can just open them all up and just have the, you know, the coolest head in town. I think that's it. So who is this helmet for? Okay, now if you're a vlogger even, or a potential vlogger, and you want to get a helmet that you can attach cameras to, this is absolutely perfect. You can attach a camera to the top, of course, with the plate that comes with this helmet, but I like the look of having a helmet, a camera on the side, so when you're filming you get the sort of edge of the helmet and it gives you that sort of nice bit of depth, bit of perspective. So it's perfect for that. So actually, let me show you. I actually attached the GoPro mount on the side there. You can see that, so there's plenty of room. It's just a flat mount, goes on super easy, no problems, and you can put one on the other side or one on the top, so you're sport for choice. Okay, and I don't think any other helmet offers that range of functionality as far as cameras are concerned. So yes, for vloggers it's absolutely ideal. Now, are you after an adventure helmet? Have you ever had one? If you haven't, I don't see any other helmet out there that can perform as well as this one, in all of those three aspects. I haven't tested the Schuberth helmet. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about, I think it's about 600 quid. It's very, very expensive. If Schuberth want to send me one, please do, and I shall test it. If you're after an adventure helmet, either get the XD1, because that'll be, I'd imagine they'll be knocking the prices down to that now, and that's going to get a little bit cheaper, or just go for the XWED2, and I'm pretty much 100% sure you will not be disappointed. My old XD1 is now just going to sit on the shelf because this one feels so much better, and the XD1 felt brilliant. That's what they've done. They've taken the XD1, which is a great helmet, and they've made it perfect. I really cannot fault it. It is an excellent, excellent helmet. Okay, I think we're done. We get it, Billy. You love the helmet. Good for you. Thank you very much. If you've got any questions you want to ask me, or there's any aspects of that helmet you want to have a look at, please just leave a comment in the messages there, and I shall get back to you as soon as I can. But I think we're done. Yeah, we are done. That is it. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys. Adios. Bye.